Hey everybody, it's early morning, June 25th. It's the day after Shayna's 5th Angelversary date, June 24th. So yesterday was an interesting day to say the least. I'm wearing my penguin shirt today. Whenever you see me wearing penguin attire, it's in honor of Shayna. Penguins are her favorite animal on the planet, so we honor her by honoring penguins. I haven't updated my Shayna Lane blog, my grief journey blog in quite a while. I've been so crazy busy with other things or projects. But I have to update it in honor of Shayna's 5th Angelversary. So I'm going to make a video update. Yesterday was an interesting day to say the least. Started off, I woke up and obviously knew today is the day. And I look at anniversaries, birthdays, etc. as milestones. I know some people look forward to them with dread. I look forward to them as milestones, as markers on my way back home, my way back to seeing Shayna. So the way I look at it, I am 5 years closer to seeing her again, 5 years closer to completing my mission that I was assigned. And I know that her passing was a part of that, and trying to do the things I need to do to honor that. It doesn't make it easy. Frankly, I woke up yesterday morning. I got on Facebook. I did a morning meditation. I wanted to start my day off with kind of the right frame of mind. So before I got out of bed, even I did a meditation, and I was in a decent frame of mind. But I got on Facebook and saw some of the tributes to Shayna that were already pouring in. And by the way, thank you guys for all the tributes, and everybody for remembering. I saw the tributes and frankly started crying, which is something I don't do very often anymore, as far as actual physically crying tears. But when the overwhelm hits you, it's good to just let it flow through you. So I cried before I got out of bed, and but I had a busy day to look forward to. Lots and lots of stuff. My calendar was fairly full in terms of client appointments and a couple business collaborations. I had to take Ty to therapy for a knee replacement surgery. This was her 3rd therapy session. But I think I said earlier, this week was really weird because the days fell on the same days as they did when Shayna passed, the week that she passed. So Father's Day was June 21st. The day before, on June 20th, would have been the day she came back from her volleyball tournament in Florida. So it was kind of like reliving that week. It was like Groundhog Day, except of course Shayna not being here and already knowing what was going to happen on the 24th. But we got to keep soldiering on. So got myself out of bed, got dressed, went down to my office and started doing some work. And I thought about asking for signs, but I was like, I don't want to ask for signs because I'll be disappointed. But people were saying, we're going to ask for a day full of miracles, for your day full of signs. And I didn't want to put that pressure on Shayna or myself to see whether she'd come through. So looking back on it, though, let me see if I can remember everything that happened. I was sitting at my desk. It was 11 minutes after 10. And my phone rings, and it's my father's cell phone. My father very, very rarely calls me, never calls from his cell phone. So I pick it up, and I hear like muffled voices in the background. But it wasn't my parents. They're always together, and of course with COVID, they're locked in together. So I'm like, hello, can you hear me? Did you guys call me? Do you know I'm here? And I got nothing. So I hung up the phone. And thought, well, they'll probably call back. I don't, my parents are in their early 80s. Who knows? They might have called and walked away from the phone or something. No, they're not like that. But I couldn't figure out what had gone on. So I got busy, so I didn't call them back. Didn't think about it too much till later on in the day. Ty had therapy at 11:45 a.m. So I had some things to do with her being down. I've got to do packing all the orders and stuff like that. So I'm crazy busy, and frankly, I'm really tired these days with everything that's going on. But got the orders packed, got them shipped out, took her to therapy, and we're on the way to therapy. We're sitting behind this truck, and I noticed on the tailgate of the truck there's this stenciling, these like letters on there. It wasn't really a bumper sticker because it goes all the way across the back of the truck, and it says, "I'm right here!" exclamation point. And I'm thinking, what a silly bumper sticker. I'm like, has he been run into before? People don't see him. Why would he have something that says, "I'm right here"? And Ty looks up and she gets excited and she says, "Oh, it's a sign. It's a sign. Look at that sign. It's a sign from Shayna. I'm right here." And I'm like, okay, how could I miss that? That's literally as in your face as you can get. It's right in front of me, the truck right in front of me at a stoplight, and it says, I'm right here. And then I look up in the upper left corner of the back window of the truck, and there's a decal, and there's this theme now that says home. And it's home, and with the O is replaced by the letter of your, or by the symbol of your state, the outline of the state. So this happens to be from Ohio, so it's a home sticker. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, it says, I'm right here, home, and it's Ohio, and Ohio is where we live, and Ohio is where Shayna was born. So I'm like, okay, wow, that's a sign. So we get this sign from Shayna that's on the way to therapy. Ty goes to therapy, she has a good therapy day. We get back home, and we got pizza for dinner. We get pizza on Shayna's Angelversary dates. Kayla couldn't come to the Angelversary celebration because Kayla is in grad school and had classes, so we were missing Kayla. But we decided to carry on the tradition of pizza and ice cream or desserts. So we get this pizza. It was a great pizza. First time we had it, this particular one, so that was a good thing. And Ty and I just sit down to watch some television. So I call my parents back because I'm like, maybe they did call earlier. I don't know. They never called back. I called them, and I'm like, did you guys call me this morning? And my mother's like, Ronald, did you call Brian? And he's, no, of course he had no idea. They said they hadn't called. So somehow, I know he was at Costco at 10 o'clock. And my mother says he always calls her when he's at the store because he usually needs help finding things or whatever they're going to get. But for some reason, the phone rang here. So talked to my parents for a while. They knew it was Shayna's Angelversary, but I think they have trouble dealing with the emotions, so they hadn't called. But we did talk. We had a really good talk, so that was a good thing. So that was one of the other signs. I'm trying to make it. Oh, the other sign I missed. I knew I was going to miss something. I get 11:11 from Shayna a lot. I'll happen to have this impulse to look at my phone at 11:11. And yesterday I was sitting at my desk at 11:11, and I just got this urge to look at my phone or look at my computer or whatever. And I got the 11:11 from Shayna. So I got the 11:11. I got the call from Dad at 10:11. I don't know what time it was. We saw the bumper sticker. I'm not sure if it was really relevant, but it was probably 11:35 or something. It was on the way to therapy, 11:40, something like that. So it was something after 11. We saw the bumper sticker, and then we got a call from the Shayna 6. These are girls that Shayna went to school with for a couple of years, because Shayna only went to public school for 2 years. And after she passed, these girls have kind of really kept up with us. They talk to us on the Angelversary dates, Shayna's birth dates. They usually come over, but they're all in college now and they're working, so they're all busy. But a couple of them did a Zoom, and I think all except for one, contacted Tawana yesterday and had conversations with her, and they talked about Shayna and how Shayna's still influencing their lives and how they still think about Shayna, and how Shayna's inspired them. And I heard one of them saying Shayna was always telling her to speak up for herself, so she's doing that. Shayna's legacy is carrying on through her. So we had that. I'm trying to think. So then we just watched TV, and I guess the last sign, it was right as I was going to bed. I walked upstairs, and Shayna in the past has turned on our ceiling fan and the light over our bed on our ceiling fan. And it hasn't happened in quite a while. It used to happen on a really, really regular basis. So one of our friends yesterday said, I'm going to ask Shayna to turn on your ceiling fan light. So as I'm walking up the stairs, we have Alexa controlling the lights in our house, and sometimes Tawana will turn on the bedroom lights from downstairs before we go up. So I'm walking up the stairs, and I'm thinking, I didn't turn on the bedroom lights, and I don't know why Tawana would have, because she's not coming upstairs yet after her knee surgery, because the light's on in her bedroom. And I look up, and it's the ceiling fan light. So I think I said something to Tawana about it. She said, is the ceiling fan light on? And I said, yeah, the ceiling fan light is on. She said, that's really wild, because Beth told me she was going to ask Shayna to turn the ceiling fan light on today. So that was the last sign of the day, was as I went to bed, the ceiling fan light was on. So it was a day like every other day, I guess, and that, it's a mixed bag. I wake up and I'm thinking it's been 5 years since I've seen Shayna, and I'm crying tears about that. I'm under a lot of pressure trying to get a lot of things done as far as work goes, and dealing with some issues with that that are a little bit overwhelming at the time. But there's always blessings too, and it's really good as a practice to journal these things, or at least to note them, that, there's good and bad along the way. And we talk about the obstacles in life. And I was telling a client the other day that life is really kind of like an obstacle course. That's what we come here for. And when we're on an obstacle course, we don't curse the obstacles because we expect them to be there. It'd be a really boring obstacle course with no obstacles. So the obstacles that we say that we curse, they're actually part of the journey. But also so are the blessings. So I wanted to journal today and talk about both the rough spots and the blessings because they're both there. And it's been, we've made it 5 years. And, 5 years ago, if someone had told me that I'd still be here in 5 years, in fact, people would talk to me about 5 years out, I would say, no way I'm going to be here in 5 years. No way I want to be here in 5 years. But I am. And, Ty and I are doing well. We're still moving forward. We're, more opportunities are presenting themselves. I talked to 2 people yesterday about 2 separate business collaborations that have the potential to kickstart the business that I'm really trying to develop. So I'm hopeful about those things. I'm working on this racial reconciliation summit/workshop. I'm going to probably give the premiere of that this weekend. So there are good things going on along with the obstacles in life, and that's just the way that life on this plane is. So I want to thank you, Shayna, for all the miraculous signs yesterday, the call from Dad, the 11:11, the obvious sign of the truck, the turning on of the bedroom lights. In fact, this morning when I was getting ready to come downstairs, I looked at my clock, and it was 6:24, which is Shayna's Angelversary. So the signs continue. And I would encourage you as you're going through your journey, if you're going through a grief journey like I am, to keep your eyes out for the signs, because I think the more you recognize them, the more they come. The more that you acknowledge them, the more our loved ones put them in our path. And those signs are little Easter eggs. And this simulation that we're in, this video game, as I like to think of it sometimes, that programmers drop in little Easter eggs along the way for the players, just as a little wink and a nod to say you're in the game and we're still with you. And when you look for these signs, they're encouragements, they're diamonds along the way. So thanks for listening. This is my update for Shayna's 5th Angelversary date, on to year 6. You guys have a good one.